Welcome back to the show. We've joined pastry chef Aoife Noonan in the kitchen. She's promised us a masterclass in meringue. So let's get going.
Okay, so I'm making these lovely meringue nests. There's a bit of a trick to the piping, but I'm just going to get on with the meringue. Obviously, I have a few made. So we have our egg whites in the machine. I'm doing this in the machine because who's got time to do it by hand, really? No. So I'm going to just have this on, and I'm going to add a little bit of sugar as I go. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a few other bits, but I'll add the sugar as I go. So first in, though, to start, is a little pinch of salt and a little bit of lemon juice, and this just stabilizes the meringue. So this stabilizes the kind of protein in our egg whites, and it gives it a really lovely kind of stiff, voluminous, glossy meringue, which we want. Yeah.
How many egg whites did you use?
So this is 4 egg whites, and this will make about 6 nests, 6 meringue nests. So we have that going there, and then we add in our sugar very, very gradually. It's really important to add the sugar in gradually, or else you won't get that lovely, lovely kind of glossy meringue. So you have to be patient. There's a bit of patience required. Okay.
Loads of time on TV to be patient. What type of sugar do you use? Like a caster sugar?
Caster sugar, because the finer it is, the easier it will kind of dissolve into the egg white. So I'm just going to have that kind of go in there, and I'm going to just, you'll see me kind of just add a little tablespoon as I go. Okay, so the filling, right? I love this filling. It's really, really simple. I've got a little bit of cream here, icing sugar to sweeten, not too much because, you know, our meringues are sweet enough. I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla extract. I always use the extract, not the essence, because the essence is artificial. It's essence, whereas the extract is actually extracted from the vanilla.
Toilette or your perfume, is it?
Yeah. I mean, and look, if you can, you know, it just tastes better.
He knows what I'm talking about.
It just tastes better.
Don't put perfume or eau de toilette into the meringue.
Not in your meringue.
No.
Big mistake.
Okay. So keep going with the sugar. I've got my vanilla in there, and I'm also going to add a little bit of almond extract. I love this, but if you don't like the flavour of kind of like that marzipan-y flavour, just leave it out. And I'm going to add a really nice flavour to this as well. It's orange. I'm just adding as I go here, multitasking.
So how many spoonfuls go in to meringue?
So this is about 220 grams of sugar. So usually, general rule of thumb is 1 egg white, 50 grams sugar.
Okay.
So I've just scaled it up.
Very good.
So I like adding orange to this. Orange and plums and blackberries, almond, just makes sense. So I've got a bit of orange zest in my cream. And if you want, you can add a little bit of Cointreau or orange liqueur. It just kind of amps up that kind of like boozy flavour. But you can leave it out if you want.
Personal taste.
Yeah.
Anyway, Karen was at that before you started, so there's very little of it left.
Every chef.
Yeah.
Go look at the Cointreau.
It's on the rider list.
So that goes in as well, about a tablespoon.
Yeah.
Here's my tablespoon, I'll just use that. And then what I'm going to do is actually fold through some kind of crushed blackberries. I'm going to ripple them through my cream here. Do you want to just crush them?
Crush them?
Yeah, but watch your shirt. Just be careful. Yeah, just careful.
Go on.
Just watch your shirt.
I'm just mindful of the short. I've got it on lens.
I just hope it just squirts right out into your eye, and you have to do the rest of the show with one eye open.
Okay, and the blackberries kind of release their juices a little bit there.
Yeah.
And you've got a lovely kind of, that's just blackberries, just plain blackberries. Okay, perfect. That's perfect, thank you. So we've got our softly whipped cream here. I just kind of go softly whipped. And then I'm just going to fold through a little bit of this lovely little ripple. And I'm not going to mix it through completely because I want to kind of see that blackberry. So just a little bit like that. You can do this with raspberries if you want.
Okay, so we'll be a bit of texture, right?
Texture, yeah, nice contrast. And then we're going to just kind of pipe, we're going to pipe our nest now. Pretty straightforward. So I have a little baking tray here ready.
Okay.
And I have a piping bag. Now I have a star nozzle with this. It just gives a really nice kind of shape to your nest. And I have used my spatula for that. So I am going to just use this spoon here.
And does this have to pass sort of the egg white test where you can tip the bowl over?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we want to try.
Well, you've done the black. So you do the blackberries, and you're going to do the egg
over my head.
And you can kind of just do blobs if you want to, but it's quite nice to just pipe it on. And then we bake that then in the oven for 10 minutes at 110 degrees. And then I reduce the temperature and I cook it for another hour at about 90 degrees fan. So it's quite low. Yeah, it's quite low because we don't want to colour them. If they're any higher, they won't be lovely and white. So we want to kind of keep it like that. So I'm just going to just pop a little bit of...
Oh, to glue it down.
Could be a bit stiffer, but I want to get it done to show you. So I'll just do one, right? And then we have our few to decorate. So we just do a little spiral like that. And then we just go on top.
So you
kind of
leave
make
the
like a little
cavity
nest
there for the necessary
Leave a little
bits.
cavity like that. So this mix makes about 6.
All right.
So that goes in the oven, and then it's time to do our plums.
Decorate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is what we're aiming for here. Okay, this little rose shape.
Now,
Right.
we've given Dermot and we've given Karen their
So
their own
I'm just
fruit.
filling mine with cream because you have your cream in there.
Okay.
So what you want to do, I don't know if you can see me there. What you want to do is start on the outside of the meringue. So you want to kind of just place a little slice with the cut slice facing in, and the nice round side facing out. And you want to kind of overlap them a little bit on the outside.
Sorry, are you alternate? Oh no, you're keeping in. Okay, keep it in.
Yeah, you can
Okay,
keep it. You can keep it in.
Okay.
You don't want it to fall off the meringue.
Yeah, they're kind of like
Just kind of like a nice.
resting as well
Okay.
Yeah.
as they go around.
And then once the first layer is done, you can start the next layer, just kind of inside. And if you want, you can push them in like that, and it gives it a nice kind of bit of texture.
It's a bit therapeutic, is it, guys?
It is.
It's
I think
mindful,
it is a
yes.
form of mindfulness. It's my kind of cooking as well. It's more like sort of Lego, food
Like
Lego.
arts and
Food
crafts.
Lego, yeah.
It's more assembling. I think I could feel a bit confident with this.
Tell me, we were talking to Conor Pope about the useless kitchen appliances that people use or people buy and never use.
Yes.
That's quite the country in your household.
I took offence at what he was saying. He was throwing shade at soup makers.
He sure was.
And I got a soup maker from the middle aisle, and when I brought it home, my lovely wife scoffed and said, that's not going to get used. However, I started to use it, and it's probably the only time I cook. If
when
I'm
you use your
making
soup maker.
soup.
So,
yeah.
well, at least it works
And the
in your
kids,
house.
it means the kids begin to, you know, they like it. They'll eat a bit of vegetables. You can sneak it in there to them. So
And you got a slow cooker. You went. I know.
you've like flew through it.
But I
the
covered
product.
my cream, so I need
Okay.
an
And that's
extra
it. You just
blob of
work it
cream.
in, and that's it.
Okay, we got a comment in from Lucas in Skerries who says, I've been working from home since last year and I spend a lot of time on my own, so I can 100% relate with what Aidan O'Mahony is talking about, and I'll definitely be giving his book a read. Unbroken is what it's called. That's it. We're out of time, folks. Thank you to all of our guests, and of course to Aoife for the heavenly meringue.
Yeah, you don't want to miss tomorrow's show. We've got movie star Barry Keoghan on, and rugby legend Andrew Trimble is also going to help ease you into your weekend. We shall see you tomorrow. Have a lovely Thursday evening.
Bye-bye.
Great meringue.